Hey, what's going on, everyone? Bourgie86 here. If you notice anything different, I'm going to be the new host of this Wednesday slot on Body Bags. JP, with all his other engagements that he's being processed, he thought that he was actually hurting the series by not being there full force for it. So he decided and asked me, which I'm generous for, if I would take over his Wednesday slots for him. And I'm gonna not let him down because I respect him as a reviewer and everything. But you won't be not seeing JP on this channel. He's gonna be doing fill-in reviews whenever they're necessary. So you'll be seeing him in the future still. But for now, I'm gonna be the new Wednesday host, and I hope I do good for you guys. So let's get into this. I thought of a film for my first review, and I decided to do a film as old as I am, a film from 1986, and it's directed by a director that unfortunately we lost this year, and it's a film I don't really hear many people talk of his catalog of films, and that film is from Wes Craven, and it goes by the title of Deadly Friend. This film stars Matthew Labertrix, Christy Swanson, and a cast of character actors that I'm going to get mentioned. And yeah, it's directed by Wes Craven, and let's just get into the plot of this one. We're introduced to our main character, Paul. He's moving to a new town to study, at this university. We meet his mom, and we also meet his creation, BB, who's a robot that he built, and BB thinks on his own. And he's just moving in, meeting some of the new neighbors and people in the town. First, he meets Tom, the paper boy, who they hit it off real well, become friends. Then he meets his next door neighbor, Sam, who's played by Christy Swanson's character. When you first meet Sam, he notices like these bruises on her arm, and then he sees her father. Her father is an alcoholic, so take it from there. He's abusive towards his daughter, and while this is going on, he actually meets his other neighbor across the street, who's played by legendary actor Anne Ramsey. If you don't know who she is, probably know her more famously from her role in The Goonies and Throw Mama Off the Train. She played the mother in The Goonies, the Fratelli's mother. And she's just a real, like, typical Anne Ramsey fashion, a BTCH. And it's awesome because she comes out with a shotgun. But then one night on Halloween, they try to play a prank on her, and what ends up happening is Anne Ramsey's character, Elvira, ends up shooting BB, the robot, killing it. And a little time passes, and then what happens is Sam's father actually throws her down the stairs, and she ends up brain damaged, brain dead, and she's in a coma, and Paul's really upset because he just lost two of his closest friends, his robot BB and Sam, who he started to have feelings for. So he demises this plan to actually save both his friends in a weird and crazy, Dr. Frankenstein type way, where he takes BB's brain and implants it into Sam's, and then all hell breaks loose because BB is overtaking Sam's body and enacting revenge for both of them. That's pretty much the plot of the film. Now, my thoughts on it. I've seen this film once already. This is a second time viewing for me. I gotta say, I really dig this one from Wes Craven. I'm shocked no one really talks about this one. It's not overly the greatest story or original, but it really does have interesting character elements, especially between Sam and Paul's character, and Tom for that matter. BB's great. If you don't know, BB is actually voiced by Charles Fletcher, who you probably recognize from like his most famous role is voicing Roger Rabbit from the Roger Who Framed Roger Rabbit, and I kind of saw that with some of the like the vocalists of BB's character, like he did like the Roger Rabbit laugh during one of the scenes, and I was like, wait a minute, is that Roger Rabbit? And I looked it up, and it was, so that was awesome. Yeah, Anne Ramsey's character is another thing I got. If you're thinking like, I know like they added gore scenes to this film when it was first after it was first screened because they wanted like something like Nightmare on Elm Street, which kind of pissed Wes Craven off. But I gotta say that there's one scene in this film where it's just like, oh my god, and it's awesome. So even if Wes Craven didn't want the gore in the film, it was still just awesome to see that one scene in the film. And the film's not too gory for that matter. It's just maybe like two scenes that they added, but it does add like to the sci-fi and the revenge aspect of the film. I won't ruin the scene for you, but it's just awesome when you see it on the screen. Yeah, I really had fun with this film, and I actually really dug the score for this one too. The score is also done by Charles Bernstein, who scored Nightmare on Elm Street, and it's really like synth heavy in the end title song, which is really like synthy and it has like these vocal undertones to it. Really awesome stuff. It's not really a great film by any means, but it's a hell of a lot of fun. So if I had to rate Deadly Friend, I'm going to give it a solid 7 out of 10. It's a fun watch. And that's all I got to say about it. Well, I hope you enjoyed this review, guys, and I'll be back to do a few, hopefully on next Wednesday, if this goes over well. So, like, subscribe to my channel if you like, and subscribe to Body Bags. As always, I'll leave my link so you can check out my other stuff. And let me know how I did. Like, subscribe, and comment the Body Bags. And I'll see you next Wednesday. Peace out.